Do you think that go-to-market teams right now are using too many tools?
Yes, I think so. It should be more consolidated.
Okay.
It also depends, right? Because some companies maybe they do have like a good workflow between these tools happening. That I think if you can consolidate it and have it in a round circle, it would make more sense, right?
I love that because you mentioned twice or 3 times the word workflow.
Yeah.
And this is where we are seeing the go-to-market evolution and the AI go-to-market evolution. There is a clear wave happening, and the wave that happened in the last 5 years. So what we can put, if we need to put some names into it, we have wave number 1 over the last 3, 4, 5 years where AI and automation started, where we can see that there is just automating tasks, but not workflows, as you are saying. This example of, I need one data tool, I need an enrichment tool, and then all the other plus 10 tools, but they are not connecting between each other. And that will create chaos at the end of the day. And that is what we are seeing today as a problem, the fragmentation problem. So my question for both of us, and I want to understand your point of view as well, is how can we solve this? What is the fragmentation problem that we are talking about and where the market is going?
Yeah. So I think important point here is that the different tools has to, first of all, communicate with each other. Right?
Okay.
So they have to, and if you have one single tool which has a unique workflow, automatically this communication it's seamless and makes it for the whole process much easier.
Okay.
You mentioned automating tasks, right? Many companies say, okay, write me a good email for this outreach campaign.
Correct.
And then they think they use AI, but it's just the automation of a task.
Exactly.
It's not the automation
that
of
is
a
not
workflow.
completing the full workflow or system, right?
Correct. Well, what are your opinion about it, Alex?
I do believe that companies are using a lot of tools right now, not because they are just doing that because that's the trend, but because this is how the wave started. Like you need one tool to solve one problem, and each tool was solving one problem, but they are completely disconnected. So the framework or the strategy that we are seeing within the projects that we are working with is like, if your sales team, your marketing team, or your RevOps team, or sales engineering team, or someone that is making sure that the tools are connected, are spending more than 20 or 30% of their time integrating those tools, then kill them or try to find an all-in-one or a solution that will match them all.
Look, one of the first questions, if, for example, when I promote a tool for a company on my LinkedIn profile, one of the main question which comes up, does it integrate with?
Exactly.
Does it integrate with HubSpot? Does it integrate with Salesforce?
Even when you're selling it.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like, and most tools integrate with something, but they are not communicating seamlessly. Right?
That's the best word that you could ever use. So one thing is, hey, yes, we have the API, or yes, you can integrate with Slack and send a message.
Yeah.
But what is the main difference between just integration and communication in this case? What's that main difference? And if we put it into an example,
it's just like a data transfer.
Okay.
Right? So for people who listen, it's like with integration, it's one data transfer from your data provider, send the contact details to your CRM system, so your team then can call them or send an email.
That's awesome.
But what we want is that the data provider, for example, it communicates back, right? So, like I said before, is your sales team sends 3 emails out to this prospect. Then the analytic team knows that this SDR sent out 3 emails. This triggered potentially an inbound lead back to the system. Then with these data points, you can say, okay, so the effort the SDR is doing, maybe because a lot of SDR managers think, but he just sends out a couple of emails, but he doesn't make meetings. But maybe this meetings actually, this emails actually created the trigger to get an inbound lead. Right?
Exactly.
So I think a lot of sales teams don't see the benefits of the SDR teams doing their job, but actually they create certain awareness for the company.
Absolutely. And you're making me think here. So if we need to put this into a step-by-step, let's say, or something that is super relatable, that I think that we both felt the pain every single day and we are still feeling it. is that when we are talking about systems and evolution and AI, means that we are thinking of integrated motion of actions, right? And your example, correct me if I'm wrong, it's, hey, if you start outbound, but then for any given reason, that prospect or that list of prospects are not converting in the first couple of touches.
Yeah.
But those prospects execute an action, then meaning whatever social context it is, that could be triggering or downloading a PDF, white paper, commenting on a competitor post, or something similar, either hiring or having any trigger that you might use as a outbound, that will trigger internally, if you have the connected system with AI, an inbound notification that will be directly created as a task in your CRM that will execute another action. So all the action points are connected.
All the intents which are happening around this account
Amazing.
need to flow back to the account.
Amazing.
Commenting on LinkedIn, outreach from the sales team.
Correct.
New job posting.
Whatever the intent it is.
Exactly. So everything needs to not just go out, it needs to flow back to the account where you then get an understanding in the analytic. Where it's, at the moment, for a lot of go-to-market teams, it's a chaos.
It's a chaos.
It's like a spaghetti plate.
It's a chaos.
Yeah.
It's a chaos.
So,
and then we never know who to blame. Either is the seller that it's not understanding how sales works. It's sales ops that it's not giving me the right tools or systems to work with. So in order to recap for the audience, we have a solution that right now it's a challenge. That is the first wave, if we want to call it some way, that is integrating AI into our workflow.
Yeah.
But that happened just as a individual, independent things from all the other processes. So automating tasks. That brings us to the fragmentation problem, right? That it's all these different tools working separately, but giving us more headaches than solutions.
Yeah.